looking for love, but you're looking for it in everyone else instead of where it matters the most, just within yourself. You have to stop looking for love in others. You gotta stop searching for this fairy tale in other people. Other people, all they will do when you keep on looking for love in others is disappoint you. People will always disappoint you when you're looking for love in others. And it's not because people are disappointing, it's because you're disappointed in yourself. You haven't found the love in yourself. You can only get what you give to others. You can only get what you give to yourself. I know it's spelled weird just now. Ignore that. But back to the point. Stop looking for love in other people. Other people will not give you what you're looking for. And if, say you do find love in another person, right? And you find that love in another person. What happens once that person is gone? What if that person, God forbid, was to die? If they weren't to die, if that person was to fall out of love with you and leave you and break up with you, what would happen to you? You will be destroyed mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You would be gone. You would be in a place where you are unfamiliar with, and you'll be completely lost. You wouldn't know where you are because you put all your love into, well, I'm not even gonna say you put all your love. I'd say you were receiving all the love that you was looking for in this other person. You depended on love from this other person that you put it onto. Not only did you set yourself up for failure by putting all your love into this other person, but you put a whole lot of pressure, you put a whole lot of just, responsibility on this other person, because you gave this person the task to love you the way that they want to be loved. The way that you want to be loved. Bro, you don't realize it, but when you're responsible for loving somebody because they are incapable of loving themselves, that shit is really taxing on the brain. Now, if you really loved a person, genuinely is what I mean, genuine love, you wouldn't put so much strain on that other person that you love by making them be in charge of loving you, when in reality you should be in charge of loving yourself. If you can't love yourself, how is anybody supposed to know how to love you? If you don't even know how to love yourself, you forget it all starts within you. If you can't love yourself, how the fuck is anybody else supposed to know how to love you? Because one day you can say that you want this, but then the next day you don't want it. Or one day you can say you want this and they get you that, and then when they give it to you, you realize, oh, this is not actually what I want. This is just something that I thought I wanted because I saw it on a TikTok, and the person that got it looked happy on that TikTok, so I thought maybe it would make me happy if I got it. But then you get it, and then it doesn't even make you as happy as the person you saw on TikTok, because you don't even know how to love yourself. Now, if you took the time to sit down, not even to sit down, just go out, just experience, just live for a second and figure out, what is it that makes me love me? What is it that I love to do for myself? What is it that makes me feel good inside without anybody else having to do it for me, that I can choose to do myself, whether I'm with somebody or without? What is that? Once you know exactly what that is, you can do these things with or without the person. And the person seeing that will know, like, have an idea of something to do for you within your love language, because you're showing how you love yourself. So it gives the person a guide on how to love you. It makes it easy for the other person because they always know what to do for you. And they don't even have to do it for you. They do it because they want to do it for you. And you don't need it from them because you could always do it for yourself. But when they do it for you, it's appreciated because that shows that they've been like genuinely paying attention and they care enough to do something for you, so you don't have to always do the things yourself. Because sometimes maybe you don't have the energy to do the thing that you want to do for yourself, but the other person seeing like the things that you always done for yourself, they can be able to do it for you. Like, say a girl, right? Say you're a girl, and before you ever met this guy that you're with, you used to always go out and get your hair, your nails done. After you got your nails done, you used to always go out and treat yourself to maybe going to go get a sandwich at Jimmy John's or something. I don't fucking know. Say you did that for yourself all the time. You never had a man to do that for you, so you did it for yourself, and it was a way of showing love for yourself. And then you meet this dude and y'all together, and you just do this. You keep on doing the same things that you do before you met him. Now, say one day you end up losing your job or whatever, and now you're broke. You got no money. You can't go out and get your nails done. You can't go out to Jimmy John's afterwards to go get yourself a meal or blah, blah, blah. So now you're feeling sad. Now, say your man sees that, right? Your man sees that, and then instead of, asking, oh, what can I do to and da-da-da, he just, out of nowhere, say, hey, I got a surprise. And he takes you over, get your nails done. You get your nails done. Then after you get your nails done, he said, I got another surprise, and takes you out to Jimmy John's. And you never told him none of this stuff. All you do is just, like, yeah, maybe you did tell him, like, like in a conversation, but it wasn't really like something that's like you told him, like, this is what I want you to do for me. He just listened, and he noticed how you did things when you genuinely, like, when you did things for yourself, whenever you did things for yourself. And just like that, that's an example. It's like, that's how you just showed somebody how to love you, because you loved yourself first before they loved you, and they seen the blueprint on how to love you. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, stop looking for love in other people. You will keep on this whole wild search looking for something that you may never ever find. And if you do find it, it might take years and years, and then you might just lose it, and then you're back to square one looking for someone to love you just like that other person loved you. And actually, bro, you're kind of in a worse predicament now, because now you got this whole, you had something that was taken away from you. Now you're gonna have to find this. You're trying to find the same thing, but it's gonna be impossible to find the same thing. You should have just loved yourself. Now, I'm not saying like you can't like try to find somebody to love you the way you want to be loved. That's a whole different thing. Find somebody that will love you the way you want to be loved. In a way, I don't even think that it's something that's like you even have to do. You don't really have to find a person to love you the way you want to be loved. I believe that, like, to get a person that loves you the way you want to be loved, it will come in due time. Like, you kind of just attract a person like that towards you when you just love yourself. Find a person that you want to love you the way you want to be loved is something that comes from loving yourself already. So that's kind of a different thing. I don't know, man. I guess the video's fucking over. Just, bruh, stop trying to look for fucking love in other people when you could just find it in yourself first. Find it in yourself. Love you. Love you. You. Love you first. Be selfish for a little bit. Just be selfish. Stop doing things for other people because you think you'll get something in return. Stop, people pleasing. Fuck all of that shit. Just please yourself. I'm not talking about this. Too. Just focus on you.